Okay, things I've learned from like people I've dated in the past, and I will not be putting up with this going forward. If you don't have a license and a car, it's a no. Okay, you have to be paying taxes, meaning have a job. Okay, um, if this person is mentioning their ex one too many times, we're not dealing with your baggage. Okay, you need to get over it and return to the dating market when your heart's ready. Okay, and if the person still lives at home with their parents, it's a no, right? And the reason why it's, I'm already in the struggle. We cannot be struggling together. Alleviate me from my struggle life. Okay, I cannot be living with my parents and you're living with your parents, and now you don't have a car. Now I'm picking you up, and then you're not over your exes, and you guys are all never have money. No, enter the dating market correctly, please.
You know what's so crazy about this lady when I'm watching her, right? Is she has all this expectation, but her shit stinks. Asking men that if you are living at your home in your parents' house, don't come to the dating market, don't approach you. But you're living at home in your parents' house yourself. You're asking a man that if he doesn't have a driving license, don't approach you. When I see women like this talk, this is a clear indication of a modern woman, guys. And you can tell by just the way she's talking, you can feel her energies off from the screen. Just even actually watching her, by watching this woman talk, her energy is just off. The audacity to come on the screen and be asking men to come with all of this, package that you want them to have, but you haven't clearly worked on yourself. This is clear ignorant, This is a lot of modern females with their ignorancy where they don't have nothing to bring to the table, but they want you to bring a whole boatload of stuff on the table. And this is why fellas, you got to watch out for things like this. And thank God for social media, because a lot of these females are snitching on themselves. And it's so funny to see the confidence some of these modern females have to go online and to talk down to men. Real men will look at this and be like, I don't want to deal with something like this. And you can tell she's single. You can tell she's single. She's miserable. She's the type of person that's probably going to bring problems into your life. She's talking about if you're not paying tax. So it shows that she's attracted to, people that's in the criminal activities, drug dealers, Fsters, because she's actually experienced that before. And I used to say this to some of my dogs that's still on the road. I say, yo, listen, don't be in a relationship with a girl if you're out here shutting or banging F. It's not real love. Those girls are not for you. You can't find a genuine girl in that lifestyle. They're not for you. They're just there for the ride. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to come across girls like this, because even when you hear some girls talk like this online, I'm telling you, in person, they're not talking the same way. They are not talking the same way in person. And fellas, if you're at a certain age and you're in your 20s, and you're living in your parents' house, you don't have the money that you think that you need. You are supposed to be broke at that age. I'm telling you guys, man, real wealth really happens when you start turning at least late 40s, depending on where you put your energy and your time to. If you waste time dating females like this, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's gonna be the biggest mistakes you're gonna make in your life. You see, when you're focused, the devil finds a way to distract you with modern women like this. Take everything they say face value, especially when they start opening their mouth and talking the way they're talking. Take what they say face value. Everything she's saying is who she is. How could you be telling a guy to come correct and you haven't come correct yourself? She doesn't want to be struggling. So you want me to work on myself and come help you get out your struggle. This is actually the right time for, ladies to actually find men when you're in a situation like this, where you're living at home in your parents' house and you're in the dating market. You shouldn't be asking all these type of questions. Do you have a driver license? Do you live by yourself? Because when you start talking like that, the guy that you're going to be speaking to is going to look at you and be like, oh, why are you asking me all these questions for? They're going to be off-putted by you straight away. You might get some simp, but sometimes, simps are coming across channels like this. They start to realize that being a simp's not really profitable and it's not really going to help you long term. So it's important to understand that you need to value yourself as a man. You can't come across modern females like this as expecting the whole world of you and they don't bring nothing to the table. It's like a man can say, if a man really want to turn the whole table around and say, okay, cool. Can you cook? Are you a virgin? Are you under the age of 25? Do you have your mum and dad in your household? Are you God-fearing. You are going to definitely fail in 5 of those things that I'm requiring you for. But as men, we're not going to come with that stupid mindset because we know that no one is perfect. We don't expect you to come as 100%. We know there's some area that you're going to be lacking in, but we're going to fix that together, and that's what you call building. When you're asking for a man to come with all of these lists that you have, it's actually a disrespect because you're not actually figuring out if the person has a good character or both of you are equally yoked. So she's basically saying, by how she's sounding, is if you live by yourself and you have your own car, you can fuck. That's how you sound. That's generally how you sound. You sound like a walking red flag. You sound like you don't have no substance about yourself. You sound like you don't respect yourself because you went online, pressed record and released it. This is what I'm saying. You know, one thing I love about social media because it allows you guys, especially men that's coming up right now, to navigate through the market to see who's for you and who's not for you. And these lot are going to be snitching on themselves because, you know, clout is a hell of a drug. So you guys actually should use this tool to actually figure out what type of female is going to be for you, that likes you for who you are, your character. Because if you're in your 20s and you're dating right now, I wouldn't really advise you to be dating in your 20s. I'll really advise you to be focusing on you know, establishing yourself and putting yourself out there, making yourself visible. Because when you start to turn 30, you can add on to what you've been building in your 20s. And in your 40s is when you start ripping where you sow. And in your 50s, then you can just venture out in so much different types of businesses. But in your 20s, you're definitely going to be broke. And you don't want to come across females like this in your 20s because you're going to start doing things that's out of character just to please them. So guys, you got to be wise with this, you feel what I'm saying? And especially to the ladies out there as well, don't record things like this online. Because when you record things like this online, it's going to stay in the internet forever. And then you're going to have someone like me that's going to make a content out of it, make a reaction video out of it. And the man that you want to date will probably see you in certain man's content and will be grilling you. And he's going to look like a fool even dating someone like you because we already know what you're about. Think twice before you go on the internet and try to kind of downgrade men that's coming up. Because majority of the time, some of you guys don't want to date guys that's in their 40s, you know. Guys in their 40s, you know, if they are looking for you, you have to come whole. You have to really be working on yourself because guys in their 40s, especially if they're looking for younger females, they're looking for younger females. They're not looking for no 31 with 2 kids, 28 with a kid, 28. They're looking for younger females and you lot will be competing with the younger females. So I say that to say to you, a lot of you females out there, yeah, if you're trying to have this high expectation for men that's around your age group, you need to think twice about that because they are not where they need to be yet. And if you're going to help them get to where they need to get to and they help you get to where you need to get to because, you know, she's living in that home, in her parents' house as well, then yeah, vice versa. Like, it's a win-win for both of you. If you're actually looking for a man to be whole, you're not going to find them in their 20s. You're going to be finding them big ass men. And trust me, you're not going to be their number one option.
God gave me grace. God gave me style. God gave me grace. God put a smile on my face. God made me smile on my face. God made me shine like the sun. God made me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like it ain't my fault.